A couple of months ago, I made a video for this single developer story-focused total conversion mod, Battle for Agatharia, and I really loved the mod. And so recently, when the developer reached out to me and asked if I would cover the new update, I was more than willing to give it a try, and that's what we're going to be doing today here in this video. And so here in the character selection screen, if you look, there's a new bookmark called Sword in the Soil. The kingdom of Denian rides in interregnum, 60 years from when the capricious Fjordling invader Horkik Halfdan took the throne for himself, tearing the land asunder. His death brought naught but strife. Now the kingdom lies split, the Rosenling dynasty claiming righteousness by history, and the Christiansen dynasty claiming by might. And we're not going to be playing as either of those because there's actually a secret third thing, and this is the character that I was recommended to try by the developer, and this is Chieftain Rostock, the Count of Trollfjord. Chieftain Rostock has always felt overshadowed by the magnitude of his father's character, but after his passing, Rostock is thrust to the role of chieftain, chosen to lead his people through their most arduous challenges yet. His journey is one of conquest, sacrifice, and inner reckoning. As he rises from obscurity to prominence, Rostock must navigate ancient traditions, the realities of conquest, and the harsh demands of power, all the while battling for the very integrity of his soul. Can you lead the Tannenland back to glory? And we're going to find out today. So for this playthrough, and again, if you've never seen this mod before, I do recommend watching that first video, but the map is very small. Initially, it was just this, so it's actually been expanded with this entire new region. And again, this is a single developer as far as I'm aware, so they're doing a lot on their own, and the stories for these are really impressive. I think you guys are going to like it. So a couple things about this character. I did load into this before just to see him. He's actually really great stat-wise, and he worships something called the Troll Cult, and this is very interesting to me. I think they actually worship a real troll, because deep within the fjords of Trolland, the mountain troll has made its home. Greedy, avaricious, and cruel, this troll draws pilgrims from Tannenland over, seeking to gain its boons and persevere its demands. Now that sounds very threatening. There's also another unique building, the Fjordbergs, which is basically like using the topography to make little forts, it sounds like, which is really cool. So we are just a count, I believe. So we're like a chieftain. Yeah, so we're just a count. He also does have this unique, the Son of Sorrows, which I assume like his story element's going to get rid of, but he's always stood in the shadows of his father's achievements. Bonnet-Khan's death has left Rostock guideless, and he struggles to reconcile life without his father. So I'm assuming, what I can only guess is going to happen here at the beginning, because I think he starts off with a rival as well. I'm assuming we're going to have to get rid of this guy. We're going to have to fight him. And probably establish a sort of kingdom up here. Yeah, whatever this is, the Penutia. I would assume that that's like the initial story elements, but we're going to do this. I think we should do strategy focused. It seems like that's the tree he's going down, so we'll just do that. And I can station some men at arms, which we only have pikemen, which is fine. We'll just start off with those, and I'll just station that. I guess put him in trolling. Yeah, maybe he'll get something. I don't tend to like to do anything for these because I feel like something's going to pop up as soon as I hit go. So let's leave it on 3 and let's just hit start. Chieftain Rostock. I'm not sure how you would say his last name. Vohalisk. Thank you for playing Sword in the Soil. Once rulers over a vast territory, the Tannenlands have been pushed to the Skyers, the very margins of the world. The Denenlings and their false piety have conquered much of the former Tannenland lands. Rostock's own father has recently died, and Rostock must travel to Trolland and burn him as the mountain troll demands. During the initial month of the game, you'll experience a short story cycle for Rostock. After this is concluded, the subsequent sections of the story cycle can be unlocked by completing successive decisions, which is what they did in the past. After the third decision is completed, the story cycle will reach its climax, after which the game will be open for your regular play. 4. Pentanen. So that's kind of what happened with this one, the Badger invasion. There was like different decisions based off of the territories that you were invaded. Like you'd be like, oh, we're going to fully integrate with, I think it was like the mid-country and then this area. Yeah, and it was really cool. I really liked it. So we're going to see if that's like similar today. Mountain pass mound like a serpent through stone and snow, slick with melt and strewn with the bones of old trees. The wind over Tannenland howled like a beast unchained, carrying the scent of pine, blood, and old ash. The funeral pyre stood waiting at the summit, just as tradition demanded. The wind bit harder the higher I climbed, carrying voices not my own. At first I thought it was a memory, then I saw him, my brother. He'd been gone for years, chasing ships, foreign coin, or some holy truth. I never cared to ask. We did not speak, only exchanged mournful glances. The death of our father had hit us both hard. Nonetheless, I am glad to see Timyagon again. So this is Timyagon, and it looks like he is a good steward. So we are on our way. My player heir has no spouse. There is actually a troll cultist down here. That's interesting. They're from oh, okay, so they're Irish. And you are Clenonian. Interesting. Okay, we'll worry about that in a second, because I don't know if there's going to be some elements. I don't want to mess up the story at all. As we arrived, we saw the pyre had been lit too soon, too eager. Our kin circled the flames in silence, their faces daubed in soot and ochre, their eyes full of firelight and grief. Timyagon and I stepped forward together. The body still lay atop the preparation stones, ashen-faced and stinking with decay. With reverence and pain, we doused the corpse in oil drawn from moss and animal fat, then laid the mountain herbs across my father's sunken chest. Blackthorn, bitterroot, and ash leaf, fragrance to carry his soul beyond the veil. Beside me, Tim Yagon did not flinch. For the first time in years, we moved together as if no time had passed, but beneath the ritual I could feel it, the tension within my brother's soul. Now we must bury the body. The oil clung to my fingers, thick and bitter. Fragrance rose from the body like smoke before the flames, wreathing my father in memory and ritual. Around us, the assembled Tannenlands had begun their low chant, a deep, guttural rhythm that pulsed with ancient weight. Tim Yagon stood beside me, his eyes fixed on the corpse, unreadable. My throat was dry. Time had come to speak the words, to offer deference, as the rite demanded. You were stone and stone breaks all. I will do better than you. Your enemies cursed your name, that means you mattered. You gave us nothing soft, that was your gift. I would say, I like this one. I feel like this is a really cool one. Or, we could do this one, where you'll gain prestige. I'll gain a little stress. I will do better than you, I think is a good one. He's probably bitter about having to be in these shoes, so I'm gonna say he's ambitious, because I am. The chanting rose like thunder as the final rite drew near. From the crowd they dragged forward Gobanis, a loyal servant of my father since I was a boy. Tradition demands the chief's servant join him in the flames to carry his soul safely across the veil, to whisper his name in the ears of the mountain spirits. Then Tim Yagon stepped forward, his voice sharp against the chants. No! This is cruelty, master's honor. Father is gone. This man should not go with him. The wind fell silent, as if it had ears craning to listen to my decision. I feel like we should not betray the mountain troll. You're wrong. I will honor the mountain troll. My brother's been gone. Why would I agree with him? Oh boy. What the hell? I didn't expect there to actually be a mountain troll. This was the final rite, to enter the cave of the mountain troll, to be judged, to emerge as chief, or to die unworthy. My father had done it, his father before him. None spoke of what they saw inside. No torch would hold here, only the pale glimmer of moonlight. The chants behind me faded to nothing as people waited, and then I saw it. It was hunched over, its skin stretched like old wax over quivering meat. Its mouth never stopped moving, chewing, drooling, mumbling in a voice that sounded like grinding rocks. It was both here and not here, flesh and dream and memory stitched together by an old hunger. What the hell? This is horrific. This would be terrifying. Are you going to eat me?
Eat you?
The mountain troll burbled.
No, not you. I only eat morsels. Little bite-sized things, but you, oh no, you are no morsel. You will be my champion.
The cave trembled with sound. The troll laughed, a slobbering sound that pierced Rostock with a sense of sick unease.
The Tannenlands have been driven to the fjord, your rituals mocked, your land stolen. Through you we will have our revenge.
The cave pulsed with anger. Roots writhed in the stone above, and Rostock fell to his knees. Mustering his will and strength, he could only ask, "What will you do?"
Tell me your deepest desires.
It whispered, voice low and sweet as it could be for a troll, I guess. Help me reconquer our lands, make me greater than my enemies. I would lose stubborn, and I would gain arrogant. He's ambitious. I would say help me reconquer our lands. The troll leaned closer, its breath thick with rot and pine sap.
Your first trial is this. Conquer Askeland. Once it belonged to your father, now it must belong to you.
It shifted, revealing a narrow crack in the cave wall. From the shadows beyond I heard them, hushed voices, fervent, feverish, the troll's fanatics.
They are mine. They burned for me, and now they burn for you. Take them, unleash them.
I turned to leave, my task clear. The death of my father still heavy on my heart, but now I had a strong purpose, to unite Tannenland and reconquer what was so wrongfully taken from us. To continue the story cycle, you must complete the decision to conquer chiefdom of Askefjord. Askefjord will kneel or burn. Either will do. You get an army of 100 men in Trollfjord. This guy joins my court. Wow, he's actually insane. And what's the other thing? We get Sword in the Soil. Decision will be available for selected kingdom titles. Okay, so we have to conquer Eskenfjord. He is superior to me because he's allied to these people, which, who the hell is this? Where's this? Oh, over there. I can marry somebody as well, so I'm going to do that. I will ally you to the Irish, which I'm assuming this would be like Irish people, right? Which thankfully those guys aren't real. Conquer Eskenfjord, okay. So I have these guys who are Grotto Paladins. What the hell is a Grotto Paladin? What the hell is this? The Snimond are monstrous creatures found in the mountains of Tannenland. Now tamed, these creatures can be let loose against the what the hell? The Pentanen enemy. Sorry, I just paused because I was shook. What are these? Penskjarjuts? Expert at scaling and maneuvering skjars and fjord, the Penskjarjuts are the pinnacle of the Tannenland military prowess. I see, so they're like spearmen. Like elite spearmen. And we get siege ladders too if we want to. Interesting. Is this my claim? Does that cost less than Conquer County? Okay, well, I'll do my claims. Alright, we're going for Askenfjord. Where is my army? It says this is challenging, so I am assuming it's actually going to be. I'm a little nervous about that. I'm calling my ally, which I'm going to do immediately. Thankfully, this dude has some pretty solid military power, although it says we're going to win. They are defending in the mountains, but I'm a good commander. Some would say that. I mean, I would say that. I have to beat him in battle. If I don't catch him, I'm gonna be screwed. The sword and the soil. Long ago, King Denethor led his people, the Denenlings, to their new home in Denane, but his sword was lost. Thrown into the sea at his anguish of his daughter's death and sacrificed to the river troll. But the king's daughter, Anahita, would not permit her death to be in vain. In a final heroic strike, she slew the river troll and saved her people from the terrible calamity of the troll's wrath. As legend would have it, in the Denenlings' most desperate time, she would return wielding the lost sword of Denethor and leading the Denenlings to victory. Now, a lowly thingness, herself named Anahita, has supposedly found the sword, stumbling across it almost by chance. Backed by the enigmatic King Valdemar, it seems that the legend of the sword and the soil has come to life. Is Denane's final victory near? Nonsense. It's just a fairy tale. So I decided to siege this instead. I am worried. I think his allies are going to land soon, but... Oh, God. Well, actually, you know what? It says I'm going to win because I just took this, and I'll get the defensive bonus. Oh, my God. And it's done. I take a moment to survey the littered fjords of Askenfjord strewn with Pentroll and Penniska dead before turning to the shackled prisoner of war. At last I have my rival, Chieftain Bedestir, in my hands, and victory in armed war is now all but assured. I submit, he growls, release me and you will have what you want. I think we should kill him, but because he only controls this. The only person who would maybe hate me would be his sister, but he is my rival. The war is over, but only for you. I'm gonna kill him. I know that might have been silly, but once we take this, it should be ogre. So I slew my rival. Let's just take this because it says 3 loot. Why not? Beautiful. And we're done. You take this opportunity. Actually, holy shit. My dudes are terrible. My dudes are terrible. My steward is doo-doo. What the hell, dude? Honestly, you'd be way better. Yeah, let me work on swaying you. And I'm gonna work on doing this. There we go. Okay, so I think I can do that decision now, right? The mountain troll has tasked me with capturing Askeland, proving my ability to lead the Pentanen. You gain control of the chiefdom, or you have it, rather. Askeland burned behind me, its smoke curling into the gray sky like a banner of ash and victory. Amongst the ruins, I could feel it. The moment I had long awaited, the moment I rose above the shadow of my father. They call me Tannenlord. Their voices raw with triumph. I stood tall amidst the flame-lit wreckage, no crown upon my head, but power in every breath I drew. My people had a leader once more. Timigon stood a little apart. He had fought by my side, but I saw the doubt in his eyes. Whether he followed me out of loyalty or fear, I do not yet know. It mattered little. The Tannenutes had risen, and I would lead them. You gain the Duchy of Tannenland. I am now a mighty Tannen Lord, and I think what we're going to want to do is probably get... Honestly, these dudes might be really solid. They're very strong. Being able to raid with these would probably go crazy, but probably get these instead. Like get maybe just a stack of those. I should probably expand quickly, hey? Oh, I can offer you vassalage? Oh, it says no. I was about to say, what the hell? That's pretty sick. Yeah, I think I could probably just take both of these, or all 3 of them. I should probably do that. What's the kingdom title looking like? Yeah, because I feel like that's what it's going to want me to do next, right? Also, if you are curious about the world's lore, there are some stuff you can read down here as well. I think I should just start taking you guys up. I'm going to go for you first, because you don't have an ally. And I'm just going to go immediately to war. The troll's payment! The cave stank of damp earth and old blood. I stood alone before the mountain troll, the creature gnawing lazily on something I dare not identify. Jesus.
Payment.
It sneered.
One eye, yours.
I stared in disbelief, my fists clenched, my thoughts raced. Surely not. Surely this was just some test, a jest meant to rattle me.
An eye's a small price for a crown, boy.
There was no escape. I could rage, beg, bargain, but I knew it would mean nothing, so I reached for the knife at my side. Oh, you could get a thought of what it would cost. No, and I did what had to be done. I cut out my eye. I gained the trait one-eyed. Blood ran hot down my cheek, soaking into my collar. The pain was raw, but I did not scream. I would not give the troll the satisfaction. Grimacing, I stumbled to my feet, vision spinning, and faced the creature with my one good eye. The troll loomed closer. God, I could imagine its stench. Inspecting its work with grotesque amusement.
One eye for one kingdom. Tannenland lies fractured. Its chiefs squabbling little rats. Bring them to heel.
I swayed, chest heaving, and if they won't kneel, the troll's grin returned, wide and vile.
Then curse them. And now, unite the Tannenutes, boy, or you'll be king of nothing.
To continue the story cycle, I must complete the decision to completely control the de jure territory of the High Chiefdom of Tannenland. I will make the penitent, or the people kneel. I'll make them kneel. What is the de jure? Oh, I have to have all of the areas that are in the kingdom. We'll take this. This will be the county taken. Done. I could offer you vassalage, but you would probably say no. Actually, you know what? You're pretty willing to do it, so I'm gonna send you a gift, and now I'll offer you vassalage. Okay, so you'll say yes. So if I can send him some money, I should be able to get this dude to join me without any war. I can give you a gift, and you should accept vassalage now. I would like to let's do them first. They seem like they're probably really easy. Yeah, that one's done. Oh, are we at war? Are you trying to attack me? The Troll King? I think there's only one Troll King, my man, and it's definitely not you. Unbelievable. What is this? Sabercat Riders. What the hell is that? That's unbelievable. Is that something I have access to? No, not yet. I do have these Snemmons, or Snemmid, I don't know. I really like I don't know what it is about this mod, but like the lore of it is just so cool. Thanks, man. I'm gonna take your land. Sorry, guy. I feel bad about it, but... And that's another one. There we go. And I think I'll be able to ask this dude to be my vassal. Like if I just send him a gift. You are actually really good at being a marshal, so I'm going to... You are a bad craven, but I will grant you this to keep you around, since you seem to be at least strong militarily speaking. Alright, who else we got? So we got you, and you. You are the three, I think, that I have to take. And I'm pretty sure I can just do this via decision. Assert my dominance. I have to completely control it. It doesn't say that I completely control it, unless it meant the duchy title? Oh, I think it did. The banners of every tribe flew together at last, ragged, stained, and swaying above the blood-stained fields of Tannenland. My warriors roared my name as I climbed the stone dais, my victory empowering every step. From this day, I shouted, voice ringing through the valley, let no chief speak above another, let no clan stand alone. The Tannenutes and the Dardane will march under one banner, the banner of Penjudia. The banner of Penudia. The cheer that followed was thunder. Yet beyond the crowd, I saw Timigon standing still, arms crossed. When I stepped down, he approached slow and measured. His eyes lingered on the crown resting on my brow. You've done what none before dared. You truly are magnificent. I have lost the Son of Sorrows, and I have gained the Ravenous Warlord. Given guidance from powers beyond the norm, Rostok has an insatiable appetite for conquest, and he will stop at nothing to prove himself and further his people's cause. Oh, the Pentinen assembles. Ever since the Denenlings had settled in their lands, the Tannenutes have been in constant war for their survival. Pushed to the very edge of the world, their future looked bleak, seemingly destined to pass into the wind. But now the wind has changed, and a great warrior has stepped forward to lead the Pentinen. Where many have failed before, Tannen King Rostok has succeeded in uniting all of Tannenland and has assembled a great army. Now with an indomitable spirit, his eyes turn south. Red fury will be felt across all of Danain. From the frozen caps to the green pasturelands, not even the most isolated redoubts can afford to ignore the wrath of Pentinen. Will the Tannenutes reclaim their homeland? Those who live by the sword will die by the sword. I am your rightful liege. So I am now a king. And he has this interesting... It's very interesting that they chose this as like their clothing. And I have a ton more levies now. And I think what we should do... I could upgrade those guys, or we can get these dudes, which is kind of what I want, these beast cavalry. Because they're probably insane. That's horrific. I would hate to see this. I would absolutely hate it. Kingship is no easy affair. Penudia was mine, but where should it be ruled from? Behind me, Timigon steps forward, pensive as ever. Two choices, brother, he said, pointing at the map. Trollland, our home, the seat of your rise, nestled deep in the fjords, near impenetrable, defensible, proud, but distant. He tapped another mark. And Kingsburg, old capital, rich in harbors, it opens the realm to trade, fleets the world. It's what a kingdom needs to thrive. I stared at the parchment, torn between blood and legacy. Trollland was the cradle of my power, the anvil where I was forged, but Kingsburg could be the crown's future. He wants to be better than his father. I don't think he would stick. I'm gonna go with the old capital, Kingsburg. So I've moved to Kingsburg, which has no unique building, actually. We also did lose... Oh, there's a troll cave actually on the map. How interesting. Okay, cool. That's actually really sick. Choosing a wife! The drums of victory have faded, replaced by the hum of building a kingdom. One day swept into another. Kingship was more demanding than I expected. And amidst it all I saw her, a tribeswoman from the eastern valleys, proud and sharp-eyed, with a voice like rushing water and a spirit untouched by fear. She moved through the gathering like someone who belonged. I watched her laugh, barter, argue she was perfect. Oh, I just betrothed somebody. Oops. You need a queen. Someone to steady the crown, to set you ablaze. I could claim her, seize this moment before it passed, or I could wait for some more fitting for a king. How is she? She's actually pretty solid. She is a treacherous atheist, but she has really good traits. By the troll, she is the one. I lost the trait melancholic. Oh my god, he's asking for my leg now. The air in the mountain stank of rotten moss, growing thicker like the cave itself had begun to decay. I knew the way well by now, each jagged step, each damp breath. The troll waited, crouched low, grinning wide.
King now are you?
It rasped, mockery dripping from every word.
The crown sits well on your pretty head, but power still has its price.
I said nothing, my fist clenched.
Give me your leg from the knee. You've climbed high, but I'll see you limp. Limp for me, little Rostok.
I stared at it. Heart hammering, madness, cruelty, but it wasn't a request. There was no bargaining with the troll. Then take it, creature. The troll's third task. Pain roared through me like wildfire. My leg lay in a pool of blood and ash, severed clean. The stump throbbed with agony, but I did not fall. I would not give this beast the pleasure. The troll leaned close, breath foul.
Still breathing. Good. Brave little Rust. Take all, Penuria. Every Tannenland hall. Every dower behind the hollow. Burn what resists. Kneel what remains. Only then will our plan be fulfilled.
My blood painted the stone beneath me, but I nodded once, slow and grim. The path wasn't mine anymore. It hadn't been for a long time. I will rule all Penuria. Actually, this is kind of tragic, isn't it? I almost feel like this is a sad turn of events for this guy. I'm curious. I wonder what it's like if you don't agree with him. How long is this going to take? 48 days. This will finish before that, like barely. Oh, I did that like right on the money, dude. Beautiful. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, so you would be next, I fear. What the heck do you have? The Great Pox? That's horrific, my guy. Horrific. Duchy transfer. Become the de jure leader of Breckeland. Breckeland has long been a battlefield for control and influence. It's time we put an end to such uncertainties. I forgot that they had stuff like this. So yeah, let's do that. Breckeland was once inseparable from our realm, but has been under threat in recent decades. At long last, we have cemented its security. Now the Duchy of Breckeland is de jure part of Penuria. It will remain yours until an opposing kingdom holds a majority share of the duchy. Okay, so now I control that duchy for real, and I think that actually gave it to me. No. But he became the Duke of it, so I don't have to make it anymore. The Trolland. The Trodeland? What is the Trodeland Duchy? What the hell? Why did it zoom out so far? This is a duchy? It's huge. I'd probably force vassalize this guy because he's quite strong. He's really good chancellor too, so he'd be probably really solid. But I'm still gonna wait a second. I'm gonna let my troops replenish. Raider would be good. I'll do Raider actually. I'm gonna raise my troops up again. I'll get Raiders up and I'll go raiding. 50 gold, dude. Hell yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. And since their allies are going to attack each other anyway, so I'm going to attack them both at the same time. Auburn Denane claims ascendancy. The Christensen dynasty has always felt denigrated by the Rosaling dynasty, always second fiddle, always bowing to the knee. Or always bending the knee, I guess. The ultimate insult was when their righteous claim to kingship was scorned by the petty lords of Denane, reducing their holdings to Bondeland and Vorderland. But now the landscape is changing, able to declare their authority from the River Sooth to the River Baldheim. Their claim to the Deningland crown is strong, backed by an even stronger fighting force. Led by the ambitious Queen Dorothea, Auburn Denane is beginning to stretch its influence further still, and possibly to cover all of Denane. Will the Christensen dynasty reign supreme? Farmers they were, farmers they always shall be. They are actually becoming really strong, and that's why I'm like, I need to move. That's one. Done. I captured their king. You are your ruler, rather, and you're my vassal now. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy yourself in the new kingdom of Penuria. They're getting crazy down there. This guy is definitely done. You're done, skis, my man. I think that's my de jure would be this. Just the side of the county. Or duchy, rather. And you would not accept my vassalage. You want all of these things. I'm just going to conquer your duchy. Honestly, the landscape, the map work on this is really solid, I have to say. I think the map looks great. Done. Bye-bye. I now have my entire de jure kingdom, and I can do this duchy transfer. The Dowdane are our brothers and kin, and it is only right and just that we extend our influence over Trodeland. Now the Duchy of Trodeland is de jure part of Penuria, and I gained 150 prestige. We do have reclaiming Penuria. I am the king, but my kingdom remains splintered and without my control. To fulfill my destiny, I must reclaim it in the name of the mountain troll. This is our conclusion. It was done. The last banner fell, the final oath sworn, whether by choice or by force, mostly by force. Across every glen and hollow of Tannenland, Trodeland, and Breckeland, they all knelt to one name. And yet, standing atop the blackened stones of Kingsburg, the wind tugging at my cloak, I felt no triumph. My crown sat like an iron shackle, my leg gone, my eye taken. My soul, I no longer knew the shape of it. Timigon stood beside me, watching the horizon. You did what none before could, brother. Our people are whole. I nodded, unsure whether it was pride or grief I heard in him. But are you still you, Rossock? Or just what the troll made? I have no answer. I knew there would be a troll's price. The moment I stepped into that cursed hollow, I felt small again. The troll was waiting, grinning, lurking in the gloom like rot behind a smile.
You've done a little thing, all of Penuria bows, just as I showed you.
I said nothing, awaiting what terrible thing I must do now.
Alas. You pay the final price, with no more eyes to give, no more legs to lose. It's time, little Rostock. Time to give me your soul.
My heart sank. I had sacrificed everything to bring my kingdom into being, and now this creature was going to take it from me? I could not allow it. I would not allow it. Grimacing, I drew my blade. The troll's grin twisted, cruel and delighted.
You think you can fight fate now, my sweet?
Not fate, I growled. Just you. Fighting for my soul. This is insane. The troll loomed over me, jagged and vast. Its grin stretched wide as it stepped with a slow, deliberate gait.
Come then, cripple king. Strike me down.
I lunged low and fast. My sword carved a line across its thigh, shallow but true. It snarled, and its arm swept sideways, a clawed hand slamming into my ribs and sending me skidding across the moss-slick floor.
You're slower now. One leg, one eye, nearly half a man.
I bared my teeth and roared, cave roots shaking above me. I am king, you are a cancer, and I will make you bow. The troll screeched and charged right at me, leaving me only enough time to parry the attack. The cave echoed with the clash of steel and hide. Blood, mostly the trolls, pattered across the walls, each strike more desperate than the last. My breath was ragged, my balance unsteady on the uneven floor. The troll was relentless, every blow thundering like the fall of mountains. It jeered, swinging its jagged arms towards my head.
Come then, Rostock. Give me a soul and all your bones unbroken.
I ducked low, the swing whistling past me. The troll overreached just slightly, but it was enough. In that instant, I saw it, its exposed side unguarded. As I sidestepped, I lost my balance slightly. Thus, in the moment, I decided to take full advantage with my ambition. My strike had met its mark, and the troll writhed in pain, clutching its side. Although we were both slowing, the troll's strength was waning, its power slowly depleting. Snarling, the troll lunged, and I met it, but we collided heavily, and both of us stumbled. I crashed to my knees, my blade skittering across the stone. The troll slammed into a pillar, wheezing, claws dragging across the floor. I rose slowly, my one leg trembling beneath me. You don't own me, creature. The troll lifted its head, eyes wide for the first time.
Little Rostock. You're nothing without me.
In that moment, I felt a terrible fury overtake me. With a terrible cry, I seized my sword and drove it deep into the troll's bloody throat. The Troll Slayer. The troll's body convulsed, claws scraping feebly at the blade, lodged in its heart. Its eyes, once gleaming with cruel delight, began to dim, first to fury, then to something like fear.
This wasn't how it's supposed to.
It rasped, black ichor bubbling from its mouth, but it was, with a final shudder, its great form collapsed. Its body began to crumble, not like flesh, but like old stone, cracking apart and turning to dust beneath its own weight. The air felt lighter, the shadows less sharp. The cold that had wrapped itself around my soul since my father's funeral had lifted. I fell to my knees, not from pain, but from release. The creature that had haunted every step of my rise was gone. I am the Troll Slayer! I have lost the trait Lunatic, I have lost the trait Ravenous Warlord, and gained the trait Troll Slayer. The greatest warrior Tannenland has ever seen, Rostock has even defeated a dreadful troll in battle, earning him the infamous moniker Troll Slayer. As such, Rostock is hated by any that revere the trolls and their boons. The chapel was small and weather-worn, its steeple crooked, its stone floors cracked by time. Yet here, among candlelight and quiet hymns, I felt something I had not known in years. Peace. I knew why Timiagon frequented it regularly, and as I sat beside him, I knew that I must make a choice. After slaying a troll, I could not remain troll-cult. I must choose a new path for myself and my people. The question, as always, was what path to choose. Follow my brother and the Karnan Rite? What is the Karnan Rite? Follow the majority and the Rosen Rite. Take the form of Folkerism. What is the Rosen Rite? Is that what these guys follow? Oh, I see. What do? You are the Rosen Rite. What is the Karnan Rite? They're pacifists. Yeah, that's not us, I don't think. I mean, I feel like this one makes the most sense because the Rosen Rite worships Saint Anahita, daughter of Denisur himself, sacrificed her own life to placate the wicked river troll before slaying it with the Spear of Spirit. As legend has it, she will return in Denenling's darkest hour. I'll follow the Rosen Rite. And now, I believe we have actually, that's the end of the story, besides Penudia, like, becoming, you know, the main force in the area. I cannot believe this man killed a troll. That was actually really sick. I loved that. The Troll Slayer. That's such a cool symbol to this little guy. Coronating a Tannin king. The wind swept down from the high hills, carrying with it the sound of horns, drums, and 1,000 voices. Tannenland clans and Dwarf tribes gathered together, shoulder to shoulder, for the first time in living memory. I stood at the heart of it all. My new crown, forged from gold and jewels, was lowered onto my brow by Timiagon's steady hand. The cheer that followed was deafening. "Hail, Tannin King Rostock of Penuria!" they cried. Looking out at my people, I felt no fear, no hunger, no doubt. The troll was gone. The old chains broken. This was our land now. Ours to build, to defend, to pass on. I will lead as king. And I gained an artifact, which is the Skjar Crown? Yeah, the Skjar Crown. Forged from the sea steel of Tannenute Skjars, the Skjarkins, I can't say these, is a reminder of the struggles of the Pentannin and their eventual victory over their adversary, which I would assume is the troll. Well done for completing Tannin King Rostock's story cycle. Now Sword in the Soil is open for traditional CK3 gameplay as Tannenland King Rostock. The mod is faster paced than vanilla CK3 to transfer a duchy to your kingdom, blah blah blah, we know that. That was fun, I really like this. I'm gonna continue, I'm gonna try and take over this area for them. And I fear I would get absolutely wrecked by you as well, although maybe not, let's see. I'm gonna try it, I'll raise my raiders like right here and I'll try to do some raiding. Yeah, he's gonna kick my ass. Okay, so I gotta get a counter for those. I'm gonna break up, I think, these guys, because they're only slightly better than them. They're actually worse, because if I want to expand, I'm gonna have to work on that. I really liked this story cycle. I think this was probably cooler than the first one, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of you. You guys are military elite, but what's the difference? I see. So they do have slightly better screening and stuff. But these counter every type of, like, cavalry, whereas these guys only counter one type. I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna get light horsemen instead. Increase these to 2, and I'll station them here. Beautiful. Because if I took this, that would be huge, but I fear, it says they're inferior to me now. I think it's because I have these horsemen. And I feel like I could go raiding here. I'm gonna try it again. Is he gonna get up? If you don't get up, I'm gonna raid your entire land until it's just a husk, my man. You do not want me to do this. Are you that weak now, sir? Are you completely unable to defend yourself against me? I'm going home. Bye-bye. Zoinks. Yoink. Bye-bye. Beautiful. Let's raise that up. And you one more as well. I don't think these are helping me out. I think I need to get rid of those and probably just get more light horsemen. Because they have a ton of archers to the south. I cannot raid across the sea. I feel like I should attack these guys, honestly. But I need the money, so I'll take that first. There's actually still quite a few places down. What is this? This port? How much money you guys got? Whoa! 84? What the actual? One more turn, then I'll be able to make another horseman regiment. That's what I need. I think this will be my, like, the big difference maker. Oh, and 50 gold for this guy? Come on, dude. Making it too easy. Let's go home. I am a happy guy. I became a flexible leader. Actually, that's probably gonna help me a lot. Oh, and I get the trait Raider. Perfect. Increases your martial and your prowess. Dude, hell yeah. This is really going to come together now. If I take these, that would give me a foothold here to, like, attack them outright, right? Like, I could just start going into their heartlands, which would be huge, I think, like taking out both of these. So I think I might actually attack you first, because you're not allied to anybody, and you'll attack them otherwise. And this will give me, like, access into your lands to raid you like crazy, which I think is the smartest move. Gorgeous. This person's not doing anything. I feel like I can just attack you, and then I can worry about them, because they're not doing anything. They're literally not even getting up. They're just sitting here. The Temple of Saint Johann. Kind of feel bad. Beautiful. Delivered my loot, and I don't think I can do anything else. I can't get any more regiments, but I could get some of these guys. And these Rothlings counter archers. That's going to be huge for me, I think. Yeah, I'm going to take this first. Just because it's the only piece of my land that's, like, kind of, that you, like, are touching. You just left them! That is wild. I actually can't believe that just happened. Does that count towards my war score? No, I'm gonna ransom him. I want this to be quick. Yeah, that first win, I knew I just had to get one victory. One win is all it's gonna take. Done. I'm gonna attack this dude's heartlands, I think. Yeah, Rosalind. Because he's weak, and I am not, and that is what you do. Done! 7 months to take that. Gorgeous. Now we have Rosenheart, which I don't think... Yeah, I don't have that yet. And it looks like... Alright, it looks like I can actually attack these guys for this now, again. I feel like I want Sutherland. Because Sutherland's my next de jure duchy transfer. What is the... What is Rosalind? Oh, it's this. Do you have some of Rosalind? Oh, you do. So if I took all of that, then I would get that by de jure. And then I could take Sutherland. Done, done, done. 10 months, and now it's mine. Rosenberg. Rosenland. At last we can exert our control over the Rosenland. The fertile... There's no way. Will be ours. The fertile lands of Rosenland is now under our control. No longer will the Frugt Barjord, maybe? Exert its demands upon us. We will rule over them. For the Pentanen. We really carved a nice kingdom for ourselves here. Not a whole lot going on now in this later game. It's honestly just a lot of conquering. Like they were right, it is very much just like a sandbox. You're just taking up what you got. Like standard Crusader Kings 3 stuff. The story elements are a lot more interesting. I kind of wish it didn't end so soon, but I do just want to be able to say that I conquered everything, so I'm just doing it. I can de jure drift this one. The fierce redoubts of the Lagos marches are now under our control. The high towers and steep cliffs will reflect the glory of Penudia and Ostland as well. Ostland is the center of Danane and has long been disputed by different powers. Now we control it and we can launch further expansions to every portion of Danane. I decided that I don't care about being faithful anymore to these gods, so I've just I'm ready to end this. Dawn. And there we are. At long last, let me do these ones. Den Colonia has long benefited a prosperous relationship with these empires. Now that we control it, we can benefit from its wealth. We can take Voderland. Is a fertile and prosperous land. It is invaluable boon now that we have collected it. And Penudia conquers all. I can claim total victory in Sword in the Soil. All of the duchies of Greater Danane become de jure. Penudia destroying the Rose Danane and Auburn Danane. Proclaim our victory. Penudia stands unchallenged, its banners flying over every hall, hill, and harbor in Danane. The age of fractured kingdoms is over. Now all kneel beneath the sky our crone, and never again will the Tannenland and Dwarf be excluded from their homeland. Thank you for playing Sword in the Soil. I hope that you enjoyed this update. It's been a joy to work on it while I find my feet in real life, and I am immensely proud of what it has become. Special thanks to my brother who helped me with Family Trees and to Paradox Interactive for allowing their games to be so readily modded. We do not faint. We do not falter. And that is going to be it from me. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Really enjoyed this update. Quite enjoyed the story cycle. Having this like sort of weird troll god creature that's like controlling your faith is really cool. I was actually wondering if there was going to be a literal troll, so I'm glad that there was. And you know, it's always fun to just conquer a little territory. The whole playthrough only takes a couple hours. You can do multiple ones. There's about 3 or 4, I think, story characters that you can play as in completion, maybe 5. And they're just a ton of fun. Really love Battle for Agatharia, and I cannot recommend it enough. Great job, and I really hope you give this mod a try. I highly encourage it. It's one of the best total conversion mods, I think, if you like story-focused characters that you can play right now. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you as always to my channel members for their continued support, and in particular my Paladin tier members, Dwayne the Rock Lobster, Zor, Luigi, Dunyal, Valadar, Lackland, Grayzo, Rise, Titus, Furkan, Dizzle, Ghidorah, and Kandra. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to become a channel member, or if you've ever considered becoming a channel member, you may do so through the membership tab. 9 and above get videos 2 to 3 days early, depending on how I'm feeling, and that's going to be it for me. As always, I'm Soul. This has been Battle for Agatharia's new update, and I will happily see you in the next one.